Hey YouTubers, my name is Narai and today I'm going to be doing a YouTube video all about X-Plane. So that'll be from start to finish, so from setting up your free flight plan to landing the airplane. Now these videos are all going to be in parts, so make sure you check my new videos, keep subscribing and liking for more. Let's get started. So, when you first set up X-Plane, this is what you will most definitely see. You'll see this little window here, this little thing, quick flight setup. So what you want to do, you want to go over here to airport and you'll choose which airport you want to. Now just for ease of springs, I just choose the airport I'm doing at the moment, so it's easier for you to follow and understand. So at the moment I'm doing London Gatwick, and that's Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. So if you just type that in at the bottom, Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, it will come up right there. Great. And then you'll choose your aircraft. Now, probably best if you just choose the plane I'm using, just so it's a little bit easier for you to follow and understand. I'm using the KC-10. You just click there. Time, day, and weather clear. Choose whatever you want for that. Just don't choose stormy. It's really hard to fly in. So we're going to fly with these options. Great. So get this little loading screen, and then you'll be right here. And then it's like, what on earth do you do? Well, just keep watching and let's see. So the first thing you want to do is press enter on your keyboard and press free file flight plan. Flight plan, well, what's that? Well, basically, to break it down to you, it's just telling the ATC, so air traffic control, where you're going. So you're starting at London Gatwick and you might be ending up in the north of Spain, I don't know. That's basically all it is. So at the moment, we're going to start in London Gatwick. But because flight plan is difficult, they want you to type in the code of the airport so the computer can understand it. So, like we just did at the start, the code for London Gatwick is Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. I'm going to be flying at an altitude of 5,500 and arrival ICAO. Now that is where you're going to arrive, what airport you're going to land in. So just press cancel for a second. Go to location, and local map at the top left of your screen. Here they've got all your details. Let's zoom in a little bit. So that's Echo Golf Kilo Kilo just there. It's a little bit hard to see. Just there's Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. And that's where we're starting. The orange plane is you, and the grey airport, that's the actual airport. These white things here, that's just the national grid, so that's all basically the wires that you'll see when you're in the countryside and all of that. And then you've got this tricky thing of choosing where to land, so just choose wherever, really, it's up to you. So for me, I'm going to land in Southend, so that'll be Echo Golf Mike Charlie, EGMC. So we come out of here, press X, and enter, file flight plan, and Echo Golf Mike Charlie. So probably best you just choose where I'm going, just so it's easier for you to follow, but you can always just choose your own airport, especially if you're quite experienced already. So let's file that. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say this, the route, don't just leave that out for a minute. It's not really that necessary unless you're going for a really long flight and you need to stop at another airport to get petrol. So, you know, it's up to you. File. Right, so after that, we need to request clearance from the ATC and receive a squawk, so that's this little thing here, for them to contact us on. So what we're going to we're going to go into location again, at the top left of our screen, location, local map, and we're going to have a look. So we're going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to press the little circle thing in the middle of our airport. That's this, and when you press it, these red little lines thing, they're your bearings, will come out like a little web of spiders. So let's have a look. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, all your information for the airport is here, so delivery, ground, tower, director, all of that stuff is all here. Now so what we want to do, we want to get our ground and tower frequency. Now if you can remember them, then that's great. Otherwise just write them down. What you're going to need information, delivery, ground and tower. Some of them don't work, some of them do, so that's why you need to make sure you get all four of them. So just get a piece of paper next to your processor, write your delivery, so I just put a D equals 121.95, ground equals 121.80, tower equals 124.22, and info, so just put I, equals 136.52. Sorry. Right, now we've done that, we're just going to press here, click it again, and we're going to press the little circle again, so we can come out of that. We don't need it because we just wrote all our frequencies down. They are, by the way, your frequencies. And then we're going to X out of here. So the first things you want to do is change from Nav1 into Communications 1. So this is Navigation 1, you're going to change from Navigation 1 into Communications 1. So here are your current frequencies. Now, I've already got these frequencies because I've flown this flight before, but for you, you might need to put them in. So this little dial here, you're going to turn. So the big -1, that's for the units, and for the little one, that's for the tenths and thousands, as you can see there. Lovely. And once you've done that, you need to press this little this little arrow, which will change it from standby to active. If it's still on standby, that means it won't work. It's waiting for you to change it. So it's what pilots will do, so they don't have to fuss around looking at their location and local map all the time. It should just already be there. So now we've found our flight plan. We need our ground frequency. No, sorry, we need our delivery frequency, and that frequency is 121.95. So get the big. So we're going to change from 134 to 121.95. Great, and we're going to press this little arrow, enter, and it should say request clearance. And you're going to press that request clearance button, and then after that, things are going to get a little bit hectic. So stay with me. You're going to press request clearance, they're going to give you squawk, you're going to say, and then after that we're going to go about taxiing to the runway. So let's just press that now.
November 2-1 Yankee 10, cleared IFR to Echo Golf Mike Charlie as filed. Maintain 6,000, squawk 4701.
Whenever you receive this, you need to press enter and press read back transmission, like so.
Cleared IFR to Echo Golf Mike Charlie as filed. Maintain 6,000. Squawk 4701. November 2-1 Yankee 10.
So you might want to note those down, but you don't have to if you've got a good memory. So it said squawk 4701. So just type that in up here. Don't worry about the rest. Just a load of rubbish. And then what we want to do, we want to come down. And it said to fly at 6,000, so I'm going to change my altitude to 6,000. For more about the autopilot, just go onto my other videos and it will explain it right through, no problem. So change that to 6,000, just briefly, so you don't forget what altitude the ATC have told you to fly at. Even though I said 5,500, they said 6,000 because the ATC, Air Traffic Control, they are in charge. Now you've got clearance to fly the flight you've chosen. What we need to do, we need to contact the tower and request we need to request taxi. So, if you do have joystick, and other things you want to tap on, you just press the settings, joystick and equipment, and then it will all come up here. Now, at the moment, my things aren't calibrated, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move them around in all axes, and you'll see that these green bars will come up, and they should end up in the middle to show that that is center. If you don't have buttons set already, you might want to set them, but mine are already set: landing, get up, down, etc. X out of that. Right, so now we need to request taxi and get onto the selected runway. So we're going to look for our ground frequency now. Not our ground frequency, sorry, our tower frequency, which is 124.22. As you can see, I already have that in standby, and that's one of the good things about standby. You can just press the arrow, and it will come up like that. So you press enter, and request taxi will come up in this little grey box, and you just click it.
November 2-1 Yankee 10.
Right, If it's just said that, that means you're already on the correct runway, but because it's a game, it's not all that accurate. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to go forward a little bit. Now with X-Plane, you just press the V button on your keypad to take brakes off, or simply press it with the cursor. And we're going to slowly go forward, as you can see here.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0.
And don't forget to read back your transmission.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0.
So we're just going to go for a little stroll around the airport until we see some little lines on the floor.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Cross runway 8 right. Hold short of runway 8 right.
As you can see, we've got these little lines now. If you look at the floor.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Cross runway 8 right. Hold short of runway 8 right.
As you can see, we've got these lines now. If you look at the floor, and that's basically just them telling you which way to go.
Cross 8 right. Hold short of 8 right. November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0.
So, obviously, in reality, those lines wouldn't be on the floor.
Yankee 1, 0. Runway 8 right. Taxi via 2, 6 right. Hold short of runway 8 right.
But they are this time, so just for ease.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Runway 8 right. Taxi via 2, 6 right. Hold short of runway 8 right.
As you can see, that will get a little bit annoying, but it is imperative that you respond to the feedback, because what they're saying to you could be the difference between life and death.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right.
Another important thing, never overspeed on the runway.
Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right.
Never overspeed on the runway, because obviously if you do, the ATC will, there'll be a little annoying grey box that will say the ATC will have no further contact with you because you violated all the laws, something stupid like that. So don't overspeed, it's silly. We want to play the game, right? So press pause and pause that. I'm going to unpause that now, and I'm going to come back onto brakes.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right.
Right, hold short of runway 8 right.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right. November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right. November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Hold short of runway 8 right.
Just read back transmission.
8 right. November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0.
Oh, great. Sorry.
November 2, 1, Yankee 1, 0. Fly heading 330. Runway 8 right. Clear for takeoff.
Finally, we've got our clearance for takeoff. Now, for this, you're going to have to watch my next video, because that's when things get really hectic. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and see my next video for the takeoff and in flight. Thanks for watching. Bye.